So I told you about my first job, well, busboy job. So, po folks. So, po folks, I'll tell you real quick how I got the job. I actually got the job because I knew somebody at my church who knew somebody and went there. And of course, getting a job as a busboy really wasn't a big accomplishment or anything really. So I went and interviewed, did a job, and I took pride in it and so forth. So I worked there, and I worked my way up to a cook, and then from there I went to other places. But so I was 17 working as a busboy, and I got to tell you some stories, of course, about my time working there. So I worked there for what, maybe 2 years, that's what I'm guessing. Although it seems like forever. So I can tell you some stories. I met some characters there. There's Randall. Randy was like a not so cool version of Yosemite Sam. So if Yosemite Sam had a nerdy brother, that would be Randy. So Randy, and then let's see, we had Jose was another busboy cook for a little while. We had several different waiters and waitresses that are characters. Garland, the manager. Garland, when you see this stuff, just laugh because you know it's true. Let's see here. So let's talk about Randy. Oh, and David. Hold on. David was special. A little bit slow. You gotta love David, but at the same time, it drives you nuts. Rito was Jose's brother, and Rito was the cook in the kitchen. And Rito was a special character. So I'll tell you about Rito real quick. So Rito's the kind of guy, you pull a prank on somebody, he would be nice to you until he's not, and then he would pull a prank on you and so forth. So when I was working in the kitchen, so I'd been there for maybe a year or so, I moved up to the kitchen. It was hotter than all get out in the middle of summer, and we didn't have any AC in our building for a while. It was out, and we were moving to a different building. The owner was not gonna fix it, and this is back before they had to fix stuff like that. So I had a huge 42-ounce or huge cup, styrofoam cup of root beer with no ice. And I went and I filled it up, and I put it in the break room. And then we got busy, I had to go work. And I finally got to go take another break. Went back to the back. And there was my root beer on the table. Now this is why I don't leave things on the table full. I usually drink it. I picked up that root beer and it wasn't cold anymore, but I didn't care. I was thirsty. I drank almost the whole thing. Just guzzled it. Everybody in the break room, I remember they're just kind of staring at me, and I'm thinking they're staring at me because I'm drinking this, guzzling it down. All of a sudden, I had this burning sensation in my entire body. It was like fire. It's like I just swallowed fire just straight down, past my lips, straight down my throat into my belly. Turns out, Rito poured about half a bottle of Tabasco sauce in my root beer, thinking it'd be funny for me to take a sip. No. I took and drank almost the entire thing. And yes, I got sick almost immediately. But that's okay, because Rito had to work for me for a week, and I got paid. But I sat at home and basically burnt my ass every 5 minutes. Oh man. To this day, I do not like the smell, not even to mention the taste, of hot sauce, of Tabasco. You open up a fresh thing of Tabasco, you put Tabasco on something, and I'm aware of it. No, to this day, So, yeah, you'll know I don't leave bottles open. I don't leave my drinks in the break rooms. And if I'm not sure which one's mine, I'll get another one. If it's not cold, I'll get another one. I will not ever have that happen again. Rito, I don't know where he's at now. Rito, if you ever see this, thanks a lot. So, also Rito's another character. So I told you about David. David was kind of slow and special needs. He was an older. Well, I was 17. David was probably 26, 7, 30. I don't know. Back then, everybody they're old. Oh, don't forget Peggy. I gotta tell you about Peggy. Oh, Peggy Sue. Anyhow. So David, he walked around, he talked real slow like this. And he's just straight to the job, and he'd get the job done. Well, one day, I don't remember what it was about. Rito yelled at David over some monkey bowls or something. I don't remember what it was. Rito yelled at David, and David went back into the dish room. And then a few minutes later, David walks back into the kitchen. He walks a long way too. Doesn't walk the short way. And David stands there and he goes, Rito, and he taps him on the shoulder, and Rito's like looking at him. He goes, what? He goes, I thought you were nice. and Rito looks at David and he goes, well, you were wrong. And yeah. Now I'll come back and tell you about Peggy in a bit. I'm at my destination where I got here. Alright. Bye, y'all.